Welcome to rare breed brotherhood. Some men grow older, others grow deeper. There's something quietly fascinating about Sigma males. You've probably noticed it. That guy who doesn't chase attention, who minds his business, speaks less, but somehow carries a presence that feels untouched by time. While others around him seem to burn out or lose their edge, he just sharpens. And strangely enough, he often looks younger than his peers. Not in a fake, trying too hard way, but in a calm, grounded, almost ageless manner. This isn't about skincare routines or gym memberships. It goes deeper. It's about the choices Sigma males make daily that most people overlook. It's in the way they avoid unnecessary chaos, the way they manage stress without needing to vent it on social media, the way they spend time alone, not because they're broken, but because they're building. Think about it. The man who refuses to be dragged into toxic relationships, office drama, or ego battles naturally preserves more than just his peace. He preserves his vitality. This video dives into those overlooked truths. No fluff, no cliches. Just the quiet, unspoken reasons Sigma males often age in reverse. Mentally, emotionally, and sometimes even physically. If you're someone who's never quite fit into the herd or felt the need to prove yourself to the world, this might just connect with you. Not just to inspire, but to help you understand how walking your own path can actually preserve your power. Watch the video and discover the real secrets. Let's dive in rare breeds. Number 1. They aren't addicted to dopamine loops. One of the biggest secrets behind why Sigma males often look younger than their peers has nothing to do with fancy diets or expensive products. It has everything to do with how they protect their mind, especially from the modern addiction that's aging millions quietly. Dopamine loops. Let's break it down in simple terms. Every time you scroll social media, watch certain types of content, binge shows, or jump from one distraction to another, your brain gets hit with little bursts of dopamine, that feel-good chemical. At first it feels harmless. You're just checking your phone or watching something to relax. But the more you do it, the more your brain starts to crave that constant stimulation. It gets hooked. And over time, your ability to focus, your energy, your sleep, and even your emotional stability start to break down. That's the loop, and it drains people. Now here's where Sigma males stand out. They're not perfect. They might scroll or watch videos too. But they don't live there. They don't build their lives around needing constant hits of pleasure. They can sit in silence. They can walk without checking their phone. They can focus on one thing for hours. That discipline keeps their mind sharp, their body rested, and their energy levels higher than most. Imagine two men in their 40s. One is glued to his phone till 2 a.m. every night, chasing TikToks and notifications. The other reads, reflects, gets proper rest, and keeps his screen time in check. 10 years down the line, who looks more worn out? Exactly. The Sigma male's self-control isn't just mental strength. It's a secret weapon for staying youthful. A brain that is calm and balanced doesn't just think better, it ages better. Number 2, emotional minimalism preserves the face. Here's a truth most people overlook. Stress doesn't just live in your mind. It shows up on your face, in the lines, in the eyes, in the way you carry yourself. Sigma males seem to understand this without needing to say a word. They practice something powerful, emotional minimalism. What does that mean? It means they don't waste emotional energy on things that don't matter. They don't argue just to win. They don't force relationships that drain them. They don't try to be everything for everyone. They don't carry the weight of other people's expectations. This doesn't mean they're cold. It means they're selective. Their emotional energy is treated like currency. Most people spend it on overthinking, people-pleasing, chasing validation, or getting involved in drama that has nothing to do with them. That constant emotional noise wears people down. It speeds up aging. It hardens the face. It creates a tired, heavy look that no skincare product can fix. Now think of a Sigma male. He might walk away from an argument instead of proving a point. He might stay silent when others are shouting. He might cut off a connection that no longer serves peace. That decision isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Every time he chooses calm over chaos, he's protecting his mind, his heart, and yes, his appearance. You've seen people who look older than they are, and often it's not their lifestyle. It's the emotional baggage they carry. Constant emotional overdrive wrecks your sleep, ruins your mood, and triggers stress hormones that age the skin, damage the gut, and drain the soul. Sigma males avoid this trap. They move through life with emotional discipline, not emotional exhaustion. And that calm, composed energy, it keeps them looking fresh, clear, and focused. Stick around. We're just scratching the surface of why Sigma males don't just age slower, they age better. Number 3. Isolation shields them from accelerated aging. Let's be honest. Most of what ages people early isn't just time. It's lifestyle. Late nights, loud environments, fake smiles, and too much exposure to people who drain more than they give. For Sigma males, that kind of chaos isn't appealing. And that quiet choice to step back from the noise is one of the biggest reasons they often look younger as the years go by. Sigma males aren't addicted to the crowd. They don't need to be seen at every party or say yes to every invite. While others are out losing sleep under neon lights, downing drinks, and forcing shallow small talk, the Sigma male is somewhere peaceful, reading, thinking, building something that actually matters, or simply resting. This isolation is not loneliness. It's self-preservation. It gives them space to recharge mentally and physically. Fewer late nights mean better sleep. Better sleep means healthier skin, sharper focus, stronger immunity. Less social pressure means less emotional wear. And fewer substances, like alcohol or recreational habits tied to the party scene, mean their body doesn't age under toxic influence. Ever notice how some people hit 30 and already look exhausted by life? That's often not age, that's social fatigue. The constant need to be around others, to impress, to stay relevant, to escape boredom, it adds up. It drains vitality. Sigma males age differently because they live differently. They remove themselves from environments that speed up breakdown. They know their energy is limited, and they protect it fiercely. They don't see isolation as punishment, they see it as power. While the world burns itself out trying to keep up, the Sigma male ages in peace. And that peace shows up on the outside. Number 4. No social mask fatigue. One of the most draining things a person can do, day in and day out, is pretend. Fake enthusiasm, fake laughter, fake friendliness at work, fake confidence on social media. Most people live with a social mask glued to their face, trying to be who they think they need to be just to fit in, impress, or survive the day. That act is exhausting. And over time, it doesn't just wear down your soul, it wears down your body. Sigma males, they skip the performance. They're not interested in playing roles to make others comfortable. They don't pretend to like people they don't. They won't fake a smile to smooth over small talk. And they're definitely not going to laugh at something that isn't funny just to keep the peace. This refusal to wear the social mask gives them a huge advantage. Because here's the truth. Constantly performing creates chronic tension. Your face tightens, your nerves stay on alert, your body keeps score, and slowly, that mask starts to stick in your muscles, in your posture, in your eyes. That's when you start looking older than you are. Sigma males, by contrast, preserve their energy by staying real. They're calm, steady, and honest, not out of rebellion, but out of respect for themselves. What you see is what you get, and when you stop acting all the time, your body relaxes, your skin softens, your energy flows better, you age slower. Imagine a day where you don't have to be anyone, no front, no forced charm, just presence. That's the Sigma life, and that authenticity keeps them from burning out like the rest of the crowd. There's more to the Sigma mindset than you think, and every layer explains why they don't just survive time, they seem to rise above it. Stay tuned. Number 5. They don't chase trends, so they transcend time. In a world obsessed with what's hot right now, Sigma males quietly walk the other way. They don't chase trends. They don't jump on the latest fashion wave or copy every viral look. And that's exactly why they often look better with age. Because their identity isn't built on something temporary. Trends are fast. They come and go like seasons. One year it's tight jeans, next year it's baggy cargo pants. One month everyone's bleaching their hair, the next it's mustaches and pearl necklaces. But chasing trends usually leads to identity confusion. People start dressing or grooming themselves based on what's popular, not what fits them. And that desperation to stay relevant can make someone look like they're trying too hard, which ironically makes them seem older, not younger. Sigma males avoid this trap. They take the time to figure out what works for them, not what works for the crowd. They choose clothing, grooming, and even body language that reflect who they are at their core. And the magic is, once they find it, it sticks. Their look grows with them. It becomes part of their presence, not a costume they change every year. This gives them a timeless quality. Think of men like Daniel Craig or Hiroyuki Sanada. They're not trendy, but they carry a style that evolves with age, not against it. That's how Sigma males move. Their identity is rooted, not rented, and when you're not constantly rebranding yourself to keep up with the crowd, you age with grace, not confusion. There's a quiet confidence in someone who knows who they are, and that shows up in their appearance. Want to understand why Sigma males never seem to fade with time? Keep watching. The next truth might just shift how you see yourself. Number 6. They avoid emotional entanglements that drain testosterone. One of the lesser-known but very real reasons Sigma males often look younger and more energized as they age comes down to something most guys never think about: testosterone and emotional peace. Let's get into it. Testosterone is more than just a hormone that affects physical strength or libido. It plays a massive role in how men age. It impacts mood, energy, skin quality, fat distribution, and even how sharp your mind feels. When testosterone drops, everything starts to feel heavy. The face looks tired, motivation disappears, and aging speeds up. The problem: most men don't realize that emotional chaos, especially from toxic relationships, can kill their testosterone levels over time. Now here's where Sigma males move differently. They don't stick around in emotionally unstable situations. They don't get caught up in constant arguments, jealousy games, or relationships that swing between love and war. They walk away. Not because they're heartless, but because they understand the real cost of emotional drama. Every time you're caught in a toxic back and forth, your body responds with stress. Cortisol rises, testosterone crashes, and if this becomes your normal, your face starts to show it. Bags under your eyes, tension in your jaw, a drained look that no workout or haircut can fix. Sigmas dodge this like a landmine. They protect their energy like it's sacred. They choose peace over passion that comes with a price, and that choice, again and again, helps preserve their youth, vitality, and clarity. Think about it. The man who knows how to say no to chaos ages slower than the man constantly trying to fix what's broken. This isn't about being cold, it's about being conscious, and it's one of the strongest tools Sigma males use to stay grounded, sharp, and quietly ageless. Keep watching. The next secret might hit even deeper. Number 7, the unbothered energy is a biological advantage. Here's something people seriously underestimate. Peace is power. And Sigma males have mastered the kind of unbothered energy that doesn't just protect their mental state, it literally slows down how they age. Let's be clear. When we say unbothered, we don't mean numb or cold. Sigma males aren't robots. They feel things. They care about what matters. But they don't let every little inconvenience, opinion, or piece of drama crawl under their skin. They've developed a mindset that acts like a filter, only letting in what's actually worth their time and energy. This kind of emotional discipline has a direct effect on the body. Stress isn't just in your head. It's a chemical event. When you're constantly triggered, offended, worried, or reactive, your brain floods your system with cortisol, the stress hormone. High cortisol over time leads to weight gain, poor sleep, foggy thinking, and yes, faster aging. Your skin gets dull, your eyes look tired, and your body stays in fight mode even when there's no fight. Now, look at the Sigma male. He doesn't argue online. He doesn't waste breath on proving points. He's not rattled by gossip, competition, or social pressure. That calm, detached energy is his superpower, and biologically it gives him the edge. Lower cortisol, better hormone balance, more rested sleep, and a calmer nervous system, which shows in his posture, his face, even the way he enters a room. Think of it this way. Every time someone reacts emotionally to things that don't matter, they're paying with their youth. Sigma males keep their emotional wallet closed. That's not apathy, that's wisdom. Stick around. This journey into the Sigma mindset isn't just about confidence. It's about protecting your energy at the cellular level. And that changes everything. Number 8. They invest in solitude, the hidden elixir. Most people fear being alone. They see it as isolation, boredom, or even punishment. But Sigma males see it differently. They treat solitude like a sacred ritual, a reset button, a quiet zone where real growth happens. And believe it or not, this habit of spending time alone isn't just good for the soul. It's a powerful, biological anti-aging tool. Let's break it down. When you're constantly surrounded by noise, whether it's people, notifications, or responsibilities, your brain never gets a break. You're always reacting, adjusting, filtering. That takes a toll. It burns mental energy, clutters your thoughts, and quietly builds stress over time. But in solitude, something incredible happens. The brain starts to clean itself up. Science shows that time spent alone without stimulation activates neural repair. It boosts creativity. It improves emotional regulation. Your nervous system settles. Cortisol levels drop. Your breathing slows down. Your face softens. Even your skin gets a break from micro-stress patterns. This isn't spiritual fluff, it's chemistry. And Sigma males know this. They don't just escape to be alone, they invest in it. They take walks without music. They reflect without distraction. They let their minds wander, recharge, and reorganize. While most people are constantly reacting to the outside world, Sigmas are rebuilding from the inside out. This is why they often seem so mentally clear, emotionally grounded, and physically composed, even as they get older. They've built space into their life that most people fill with chaos. Solitude doesn't drain them. It restores them. So when people ask, how does he still look so sharp, so focused, so young? The answer isn't found in the mirror. It's found in the silence. There's more to uncover. Sigma aging isn't magic, it's mastery, and you're just starting to see the code. Number 9, they don't age in public. So no one notices the subtle changes. Here's a secret no one talks about. People don't just age, they get watched aging. The constant visibility, the social updates, the daily exposure, it creates a timeline in people's minds. That's why when someone posts selfies every week for years, even the smallest signs of aging feel loud. But Sigma males, they don't give the world that access. They move differently. They dip out of the spotlight. They retreat, they recalibrate, and then, when they choose, they re-emerge, evolved, sharper, more focused, sometimes even looking better than before. And because people aren't watching them day by day, the changes feel subtle, almost mystical, like time didn't touch them. This isn't a gimmick, it's strategy. Sigmas aren't obsessed with visibility. They're not addicted to showing every moment online or proving their progress in public. That absence protects them from judgment, from comparison, from the noise that wears people down mentally and emotionally. And here's the quiet benefit. By living off the radar, they avoid the pressure to look young for an audience. No filters, no performance, no faking confidence while secretly falling apart. That calm privacy gives their body and mind room to evolve naturally, without being rushed, picked apart, or publicly dissected. Then one day, they return, looking more focused, more grounded, and strangely ageless. People notice, but they can't explain it, because you can't track transformation that happened in silence. Think of it like a forest. It doesn't grow while you're staring at it. It grows in its own rhythm, quietly. That's the Sigma approach to aging. Stick with this. Every layer of the Sigma mindset reveals not just how they stay young, but how they become timeless. Number 10. Control over their time, equal sign. Control over their health. One of the most powerful reasons Sigma males age so well is deceptively simple. They own their time. While most people let their schedules be hijacked by bosses, distractions, drama, or meaningless obligations, Sigmas treat their time like a fortress. And that level of control doesn't just give them freedom, it gives them health. Let's break it down. When someone else runs your calendar, your health is usually the first thing to suffer. You sleep too late. You eat whatever's convenient. You skip recovery, downtime, movement, all because your time belongs to someone else. That constant disorganization burns out your body, floods your system with stress, and accelerates aging whether you notice it or not. But Sigma males move differently. They intentionally structure their days in a way that protects their physical and mental energy. They know when to sleep, and they actually do. They schedule space to breathe, think, recharge, even train or move their body. They eat with awareness, they rest when needed, they block out noise. That's not a luxury, that's a form of discipline, and it pays off. When you consistently get quality sleep, when your meals aren't rushed junk, when your body gets time to repair instead of running on fumes, you don't just feel better, you look better, your skin improves, your posture sharpens, your mood lifts. Your body isn't fighting to survive the chaos, it's thriving. Most people never connect this. They blame age, but it's often just poor time management disguised as busyness. Sigma males figured this out early. Control over your time is control over your biology. And it's not about being rigid, it's about being deliberate. That's why Sigma males often look 10 years younger, because every hour of their day is a quiet investment in staying sharp, focused, and unshakably alive. Keep going. The deeper we go, the clearer the code becomes. Number 11. They avoid the burnout Olympics. In today's world, burnout is worn like a badge of honor. People brag about being busy, about running on caffeine and 4 hours of sleep, about having no time to rest because they're always grinding. But that non-stop hustle, that obsession with doing more, faster, comes with a price. And Sigma males are one of the few who refuse to pay it. They don't compete in the burnout Olympics. While others are addicted to motion, doing for the sake of doing, Sigmas prioritize efficiency over effort. They focus on impact, not appearance. They don't need to be seen working every second to prove their value. Instead, they work smart, then they step back. They pause, they recalibrate, they know when to move and, just as importantly, when to rest. That balance is what keeps them sharp and keeps their appearance youthful. Because, let's be real, overworking doesn't just tire you out. It shows up on your face. It drains your eyes, hardens your expression, messes with your sleep, wrecks your hormones, and accelerates cellular aging. Chronic stress from overworking literally shortens your lifespan. Sigma males know this, and that's why they don't glorify exhaustion. They protect their energy like it's gold. They understand that rest isn't laziness, it's strategy. That break they take, it's when their body heals. It's when their ideas form. It's when they reset their system so they can come back stronger, clearer, and more composed. And here's the irony. While the world burns itself out trying to stay ahead, Sigma males stay calm, focused, and youthful, simply because they refuse to join the race. This mindset isn't just different, it's sustainable. It's a quiet form of mastery that pays off year after year. Stay tuned. We're not done yet. In conclusion, the more at peace you are with yourself, the less the world leaves marks on your face. Getting older is something we all go through, but how we age, that part is earned. It's shaped by how we live, what we choose to carry, and what we learn to let go of. Sigma males seem to age slower, not because they've hacked biology, but because they've learned how to live in a way that protects their energy, their focus, and their soul. They're not chasing the crowd. They're not faking smiles or overworking themselves into the ground. They're not pouring their emotions into people who drain them. They're not trapped in constant comparison or performance. And that freedom, that deep sense of self-ownership, is what keeps them looking sharp, centered, and quietly powerful as the years go by. This isn't about skincare or diets or some magic gene. This is about how you carry yourself when no one's watching. It's about what you prioritize. It's about giving yourself room to breathe, space to think, and permission to live in a way that actually makes sense for you. Think of it like this. The world wants you rushed, exhausted, and distracted. But the Sigma mindset says, no thanks, I'll move at my own pace. That's where the difference is born, in those quiet, deliberate choices most people never make. So if something in this resonated with you, if you're tired of wearing yourself out to meet expectations that don't even feel real anymore, then lean in. There's a reason you're here. Rewatch the video if you need to. Let it remind you of the power in staying grounded, calm, and real. Because the truth is, youth isn't always in the mirror. Sometimes it starts in your mindset, and that shift, you can make it today. Thank you for watching. God bless you.